So, hey, we are going to debate, can Tesla actually build a semiconductor fab, or is Terafab a $10 billion fantasy? Let's dive in. Daniel, you got the four. Let it happen. You are for vertical integration is the only way to guarantee AI chip supply at Tesla's scale.
Yeah, yeah. I think at some point you admitted you got the Musk chip design ability wrong, and I think you're going to get the manufacturing call wrong as well.
I do call out when I get my shots wrong, Daniel.
You do, and
So
I'm giving you credit
unlike
for that
unlike
before I
Lionel.
before I defeat you in this debate. Um, First of all, Musk understands what every leader in this space needs to understand, and that the supply constraints, they're real and they're going to get worse. We're talking $1 trillion in semi revenues in 2026, and there's going to be a massive gap in foundry capacity for the next half a decade, and I think it could be more. So with
Yeah.
every hyperscaler designing their own silicon, we know that whether it's FSD, it's Dojo, and now satellites. Um, all these companies need specialized uh, architectures and silicon, and they're going to have a hard time being prioritized when Nvidia and Apple are always going to be front of the line. Now, could it be Intel? I don't know. That's a possibility. But people are underestimating Elon Musk, and I think the reason they're underestimating is because they confuse his ability to do something with his timelines in which he does things. Reusable rockets, gigafactories, Starlink is at scale. I don't know about you, but Starlink's going to be on every airplane for a number of airlines in the very, very near future, replacing that go-go garbage. He's everything he said he's going to do, he's gotten done. So basically, what happens is he says he's going to do something, pundits say he can't, and then ultimately he does it. The only thing that's always right from the pundits is they're always right that he won't do it in the timeline he says he's going to do it. And the other thing is, like I said, is he's not trying to be TSMC. He's not trying to build a fab that's going to be able to build every leading edge chip. He's very specifically focusing on his two fabs to do, I think it's a total of two different things, and each one will do one of them. So that specificity gives him the advantage where he's going to be very, very focused. And then, of course, it's going to be his only path to his $1 trillion pay package is he has to get this right. For Tesla to hit its numbers, especially with Optimus robots. And then, of course, with everything else he wants to produce, he is going to need more capacity than any of these third-party fabs are ever going to be able to offer him. So, look, here's what I will say ahead of time. He's not going to do it on his timeline. He will not execute this. I don't think he can get what he needs from ASML. I don't think he's going to be able to get, the people, the talent. He's going to need the right talent in there. And we've seen how hard it's been for a company like Intel to find that person. And TSMC sure as heck isn't going to share their talent. I don't know where that talent's going to come from. But you know what he does really well? He finds it. And critics will say that it's going to cost more. He doesn't care. He could personally afford this. The man's worth nearly $1 trillion. He's going to show that with his SpaceX IPO that's coming out next. So look, this is going to happen. He's going to get it right. This is how he continues to maintain his moat and his advantage. And he's going to do what others wish they could do, which is execute and control their own destiny. Just ask Sam Altman.
I mean, Daniel, give it enough time, I think I could figure out something. So for you to say, yeah, yeah, he says something and delivers it 10 years late. I mean, I think we could all do that. But I
No.
mean, listen, fundamentally, chip design and chip manufacturing are different businesses entirely. I mean, I think he even thinks he's going to recreate ASML and applied materials and somebody like that. Good luck. And EUV machines are $200 million each, Daniel, as I think you know. And then high NA EUV are $370 million. And ASML can produce, I don't know, 5 to 6 globally. So no SML, KLA applied material orders from Teslas have been disclosed. And yes, I know it's early, but remember when chips are going to come out, you would have had to have put your orders in by now. And then it's the we talk about the IP. conversation, which is national security. You have to have fab IP in the developed in the country. We don't even know whose 2 nanometer process technology. I think the only one who licenses what they do is IBM at this point. And I don't know, maybe Intel gets into the licensing game. Maybe, SF2. By the way, Samsung partnered with IBM on SF2. So yeah, so we have no idea. And quite frankly, you want to talk about a devastating precedent. It's Dojo, right? Teased in 2019, announced in 2021, powered on in 23, disbanded in 2025, described as evolutionary, a dead end, and restarted in January 26, and 20 engineers left to start a competing company. So, this is what we could. And let's talk about Bernstein, our buddy at Bernstein. I don't know if this is Stacy or not. Yeah, it actually is. Bernstein thinks a full terafab would require 5 to 13 trillion in cumulative capex, slightly below Musk's 20 to 25 billion. Morgan Stanley says 35 to 45 billion, which is half as much as Musk has put out there.
Twice as much.
Lest we forget, TSMC took 9 years from Arizona announcement to 2 nanometer production. I could keep going down the list, Daniel, but I'd rather not to. I don't want to embarrass anybody who may have argued the other side of this. So I am concluded. I am finished. It is finished. Okay, what do you really think?
I think it's going to be really, really hard, and it's improbable, but he is one that I would never say never in terms of getting something done. I think, yes, I think your argument, the best argument you made was that if you give it 10 years, anybody can do something. I think that was the best part of your argument. But I do think if he can do it in 50%, even 100% longer timeline than he's suggesting, he's going to set himself up for a large advantage in the long term. And so I think he'll try. I the 5 to 13 trillion. That's interesting. My lights just went out. 5 to 13 trillion is a really large number, though. That one I'm trying to figure out how you get from 45 billion to 5 trillion.
I think what it is you're building a brand new type of technology that does stuff like etching, right? You're essentially having to, it's what the Chinese are doing, right? They're trying to work out ASML. It has to include something like that. You're trying to replace applied materials. You're trying to replace KLA. That's all I can think of.
Yeah. Seems like a big number. I don't think he's
Yeah.
going to go for that.